A lot of us who play games on YouTube were actually inspired by other creators. And oftentimes, the first creators we discover are often ones that are well established on the platform and seemingly play whatever they want. So with that in mind, starting a gaming channel and playing whatever you'd like seems pretty straightforward, right?
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, I'm Dan, and welcome back to vidIQ. We are, in fact, the YouTube tool and channel that helps to educate you along your YouTube journey. And speaking of YouTube journeys, today I'm going to be taking a look at another creator, one in particular who has inspired a lot of us who now play games on YouTube. But before we jump into that, my question to you is this: who inspired you to start making YouTube videos? And of course, don't forget to subscribe to us here at vidIQ for more videos just like this one all the time. So what prompted this discussion? Well, my first video here at vidIQ was all about starting your gaming channel from scratch to kick off 2020. As part of that video, I actually discussed the aspects of growing your channel by narrowing down your niche to just one video game. Now, that recommendation itself has seen a little bit of pushback here and there, with a lot of YouTubers trying to argue that they would like to play multiple games within multiple genres on their channels and they would still like to grow. But recently, one comment in particular really stood out to me. The commenter in question asks this: what about PewDiePie? He plays whatever he wants, when he wants, and is not afraid of being bad in a game, and does everything on his channel, not just games. Something really clicked with me when I read this comment, and I realized why so many new gaming channels seem to be all over the map sometimes when it comes to their selections in games and different genres. It's that mentality of, well, if it's good enough for PewDiePie, it's good enough for me. And that mentality may be actually a pretty good way to start a YouTube channel, because you have to start somewhere, and you're going to need some practice. But trying to follow in PewDiePie's footsteps in 2020 misses a very important aspect of PewDiePie's channel. What if I told you that PewDiePie, Pewds himself, once had 0 subscribers? Come along as we dive into a brief history of PewDiePie's channel. According to his Wikipedia page, PewDiePie had started his channel in 2010, playing primarily horror and action video games. Over his first 2 years, he saw substantial growth on YouTube and reached his first 1 million subscribers in July of 2012. If we take a look at some of his older videos from around 9 years ago, you see PewDiePie probably had a pretty familiar journey, playing just some various games on his channel, and then, of course, not long after starting, getting into Amnesia, and it would appear that PewDiePie got into Amnesia and never really looked back. As we do scroll down here, we start to see some testing going on. We have Nightmare House, we have more Amnesia, Fear 3. So even in 2012, as things took off and PewDiePie hit 1 million subscribers, we're seeing a lot of different games, but horror games still continually come up as PewDiePie's bread and butter. Let's take a look at another creator's journey who you may know. So Markiplier is currently at 25 million subscribers, and if we're sorting by the very oldest videos on the channel, you see what comes up is some Amnesia, we have Fear, we have Penumbra, I'm probably not saying that right, but once again, a lot of horror games. There was a niche here that was being explored while other games were being tested. Some of these have custom thumbnails, some of them do not. Jacksepticeye at 23 million subscribers and playing a lot of first-person shooters. That's how he got his start on YouTube. These are some of the biggest names in gaming today, and they got their start just like us, with 0 subscribers, testing out different content, staying within their niche, and growing from there. So for those of you out there with gaming channels, I have a bit of a strategy I want to share with you for kind of finding your way. I want you to know that if you still struggle to figure out exactly what you would like to play on your channel, it's okay to start testing by playing some different games. These videos, if anything, can be great practice if you are just getting started on YouTube. You should also be working on your titles, tags, thumbnails, descriptions. Now, obviously, we have a number of videos on getting your content discovered on YouTube, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But I will say that as you're playing different games and as people are discovering them, you're going to find one at some point that kind of jumps out at you. It got more views, more engagement, more likes than any of your other videos. And that's when I want you to pounce. I want you to double down on that game. As long as you played it with the intention of hopefully making more, which I would imagine you did, this strategy is going to grow your channel a lot faster than if you continue just playing random games and ignoring those moments when things kind of stick. It happened to me. I was inspired to start making videos on Minecraft by watching other Minecraft content creators. But one day I was gifted a new survival game that had a lot of the same aspects: build, Minecraft. I tried it out, and I put it on the channel. And what was interesting is that video got more views than anything else I had published previously. It blew up. So I did about 30 or 50 videos on it. I still wanted to make Minecraft videos from time to time, and I did, but for the most part, this other game was what was driving the growth of my channel, and I always made sure to have new episodes out all the time. Now I got lucky. It was a gift from just a friend of mine, and I tried to play it and it worked out, but a lot of you aren't going to have the same luck. And as you're looking for those new games to test out on your channel, might I suggest our Trend Alerts tool here at vidIQ. When you have no alerts, this is what the page looks like, and you can start by creating a new alert. So I'm going to name my alert Games to Play, and then I would recommend testing out different keywords. We have some examples here like mobile, iOS, Android. You could try things that start a bit broad. You may already know your genre. Let's say your genre is building survival crafting games like Minecraft, but you don't want to play Minecraft. Type in survival game. All right, and then put your category to gaming. You can throw your competitors in, we'll get into that in a second, and then choose your view per hour threshold. I'm gonna keep it low at 100 views per hour. The Trend Alerts tool is here to send you emails, and you can choose the frequency of those emails here. I'm gonna leave that for now, but I would recommend turning that on. However, you can just start scrolling down and looking at the different suggestions below. Once you're happy with your keywords and the results that are showing up with them, I would recommend hitting Create Alert, and that way it saves it and you'll start getting those emails. But if you just want to check this tool really quick and not get emails, you can absolutely do that too. And to get those competitors to show up that you can turn on and off, all you need to do is go into the competitors tool and add them right here. They will carry over into the Trend Alerts tool. So I've added the 3 channels we discussed today as competitors just for fun. Ideally, you'd want to pick competitors that are closer to your level of subscribers, views, etc. Many, or I would argue probably most gaming YouTubers start a channel and they don't know where it's going to go, what they're going to play, or even for how long. And unless you already know that, it's okay to test out different games. And we want to encourage you to double down when one of those games becomes a viral success on your channel. I use the word viral a bit loosely, viral in comparison to the other videos you had done, of course. This strategy is going to be excellent for your channel's growth, and I highly recommend it. Don't forget to tell me about your YouTube inspiration in the comments below, whether it be a family member or a friend or another YouTuber. Thank you so much for your time today, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Happy gaming.